Page 22, the clock strikes 13. At the top of the page, they're introducing you to some new dynamic markings, some new symbols and things. You'll be using these forever and ever, so yeah. You can learn as you go because you're going to use them so much. Just when you see these things in music, make sure you understand what it means. If you don't, go back and look it up and refresh your memory. Don't just gloss over them. Not important. It is important. So far we've had like soft and loud, medium soft and all that. Well, you've got those up above in the letters, okay. But in addition, you get these arrows. That means to gradually get louder or crescendo, and the other arrow is to gradually get softer or diminuendo or decrescendo, some people say. And the trick is remembering which arrow is which. And I do it like as though I'm reading the music, because I'm reading it from left to right. The arrow, if it starts at a point, and as I read the music, the lines get further apart, you get louder. If the lines start apart, and as I'm reading the music, they come together to a point, you get softer. And that's how I remember which is which. You'll have to develop your own system to remember it. I'll let you handle that. Now, I have a problem in dynamics in these videos because the electronics I'm using wants to level out the volume. And that really messes it up. Here, I can tell the difference between the louds and the softs and all that, but then when I watch the video, there's very little difference. So you take my word for it, it's happening even though you can't hear it. I can't really demonstrate it very well. In Clock Strikes 13, let's talk about that. 3/4 time, right hand first, you're here. You're in G position again. So it's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1 and 2. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and like so. And then the second line is similar except for the last two measures. So it's last two measures. 1 and 2, 2, 3. Now you think the song is over, but it's not because we don't have the end of piece symbol. That's just a bar line there. The song isn't over yet. So you got to go down to that little line, the line at the bottom, and that's where they're telling you to play bells 13 on a G. Just play a G 13 times as quarter notes. Any G you want, doesn't matter. Just play it 13 times and then quit. Isn't that nice? Then if you look at the end of the line there at the bottom, that has the end of the line, end of a piece symbol. It's a thin and thick bar line. That tells you this is the end. And I always look for that in a piece of music to see where it ends. Because I thought the end of this was actually the end of the second line. But there's no thin and thick bar line there, so that can't be the end of it. So yeah, go down and play the third line again, even though it doesn't look like it belongs in the piece. The way the music is written, it is there. Left hand, you're here, G, D. Just keep the left hand soft. This is all you're doing. As long as you can get the rhythm right, you've got it. Then put the hands together. Well, the rhythm isn't a problem, I hope. Hopefully that's not a problem. And that very last line with the bells, the left hand doesn't seem to be playing. You're just playing the right hand somewhere up in here. If your hand's big enough, play 2 G's. Do that. Hey, get fancy. There's accents on some of these notes. That just makes it a little louder. That's all we can do with piano, because the piano can't do a real accent. We just play it a little louder. So it's like the end of the first line on both hands. You get it, it's loud plus an accent. Makes it kind of very loud, actually. So the last two measures of the first line, just kind of boom, there you are. And then the second line, the half notes in both hands are accented. So give it a little extra oomph. And now don't get carried away with the accents, because there are accent marks that are stronger than these. So just give it a little extra oomph is all. Then we can add the dynamics. So I always do these things a little bit at a time. Dynamic, you're starting soft. That's the right hand. Keep the left hand very soft. We want to hear the right hand. You'll have to decide what soft is. But whatever it is, the left hand has to be really soft. And then you have the arrow there where you're going to gradually get louder until the last measure you're loud. So you're soft to start with, and the last measure, the first line, you're loud. You have to decide how loud that is. So you're going here to here. then you have to figure out how to get there, because you don't want to be loud until the last measure. So the second measure, you're starting soft. Now a little louder, louder. There, that's loud. And then the second line, you're starting loud. That's the right hand. The left hand can come up a little bit, maybe sort of loud or sort of soft. Keep it down. It's really the right hand here we're talking about, because that's the melody. It's loud. And then you gradually get softer. And they don't tell you how soft to get, but it's soft because at the beginning of the last line, the third line at the bottom, you start that soft. So go all the way down to soft here. In the second line, it's loud. And it gets softer. And here, the left hand is tied. See, for both, don't play it again. See, it's dying away on its own. So again, the second line. Soft, then the last line you start out, G is soft, and you gradually you're playing 6 G's, getting louder and louder. 2, 4, 5, 6, loud. Then you come back down 4, 5, 6, 7. And you play 7, and then so you get loud and then soft. That's kind of cool. I gotta let you kind of do the dynamics on your own. I can explain them to you, whether you're getting it or not, I don't know. But hopefully you're kind of getting an idea. When we do the play with me's, I don't do the dynamics. I just play the notes, because I can't really demonstrate them too well in my setup, and I can't hear if you're doing them or not. I just gotta play the notes. So I'd like to do that now. I'm gonna give us 3 counts. So let's play this together, all 3 lines, and in that last line, make sure you crescendo up. I'll try and do it here, but good luck. And let's see what happens. Now there is a note here about holding the damper pedal down throughout. The idea is bells, when you church bells or whatever, they don't have anything to stop them. Once they ring, they just ring until they stop. So here we just let everything run together. So I'm not going to show the damper pedal necessarily, but at the beginning, right after, as you play the notes or right after, neither one, doesn't matter, push the damper pedal down and hold it down until the last G at the bottom, whatever G you're playing, and then you can just let it ring out. Just let it die away, or if you're tired of listening to it, then you can let the pedal up. But otherwise, the pedal stays down for the whole thing. And then the last line, when you're here, yeah, just hold the pedal down throughout the whole thing. 1, ready, go. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 2, 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Louder, now loud. Now gradually get a little softer, and now soft.